This video is sponsored by K&F Concept. Hello, welcome to a new episode of the search for the perfect everyday lens and the perfect everyday focal length for my Fujifilm cameras. Early this year, I decided to invest in good prime lenses as I've decided I wanted to build a good solid kit for documentary and travel photography. In the previous episode, we talked about the 33mm 1.4 from Fuji, and the series could have stopped there just because this lens is absolutely insane and it got me so many good photos. And while the lens is absolutely amazing, I wanted a focal length that was slightly wider. And while I was in Japan, the yen might have taken advantage of me. And so I decided to buy another lens. The 27mm on a crop sensor is a very sweet spot, and dare I say, my favorite focal length ever. There are many fun 27mm options on the market, from normal size to pancake lenses, and today I'll be showing you a lens brand I think is extremely underrated, and specifically a lens I've been loving. The 27mm f2.8 from Voigtlander. I was not aware of Voigtlander as a lens manufacturer until very recently when I was looking for a solid 27mm option. I tried the 27mm from TT Artisan months ago, and while many of you messaged me saying that this is an everyday lens for you, I did not find the image quality to be very good, especially below f8. For months I've been thinking about buying this Voigtlander lens, but I couldn't quite justify spending £400 on a manual lens, to be completely honest. But then here in Japan I found one for around £250 and brand new, and I thought it was a great deal. What I love about these lenses is the build and the design. The design is so pretty. This pancake size is perfect as an everyday lens. It's light and you can just pop it in your bag. Paired it with a bigger camera like the X-H2, it might look a bit silly, but it makes the setup less heavy. The only critique I will give is that the ring is quite thin, so if you have bigger hands than me, you might struggle a bit first, but you can either pinch it or just use your fingertip. It's a trade-off for the lens being this thin. I did a video on this lens paired with the Fujifilm X-T2, and I did think this is the best pairing for street photography, travel photography. The lens is also metal, and I really love the attention to detail, like this engraved logo on the lens cap, and overall it just feels like a design object, which is something I always appreciate. And yeah, it definitely feels more premium than the TT Artisan 27mm. The zone focusing markings are also quite accurate, which I appreciate on a manual lens because it makes pre-focusing or shooting fast on the street so much easier. You just know exactly where your focus will fall. The aperture ring is quite smooth and satisfying, and it makes me feel like I'm shooting on a Leica. Before we jump into image quality, just a little reminder that my reviews are never too technical and are always based on real-life results. And I also want to thank today's sponsor, K&F Concept. They've just launched their new magnetic filter system and asked me to try it out. The kit comes with a magnetic adapter ring, a circular polarizer, a variable ND, and a black mist. What I love most is how fast the whole system is. You don't have to screw anything on, you literally just pop the filter and you're ready to shoot. The magnetic lens cap is such a lifesaver when you're moving between locations. The CPL and DVND can be stacked or used separately, giving you 1 to 5 stops of control while cutting reflections on water, glass and shiny interiors. Perfect for travel architecture and food photography. The black mist adds a soft cinematic glow by lowering contrast and smoothing highlights without losing detail, which is beautiful for portraits and video. They are made from AG6 optical glass, so they're water and oil resistant, scratch resistant and keep colors accurate. The whole kit comes in a compact zip case, which makes it easy to keep everything organized. If you want to check them out, the link is in the description. The way I will describe image quality is soft, dreamy, but still sharp. I hope I can put this into words correctly, but there is a thin difference between images shot on vintage lenses and images shot on this specific lens here. They are both dreamy, but the Voigtlander is more reliable and less quirky. It still has that dreamy soft quality to it, which is also helped by the focus not always being 100% sharp, but it definitely renders highlights better and more consistent consistently. I really love the images I got, and I hope my photos will do the talking for me. Unfortunately for this lens, and for any lens really, I bought this at the same time I got the 33mm 1.4 from Fuji, so a comparison is inevitable. These are two very different lenses and two very different shooting experiences. The 27mm is not as sharp or digitally perfect. The colors are still rendered beautifully and slightly soft but rich, and the contrast is there, but just not as quite as much as on the 33mm. It could be that obviously Fujifilm native lenses by nature will always do this job at a higher level, but the Voigtlander is not necessarily worst. When shooting manual lenses for street or documentary photography is to set my aperture ring at f8 and my focus at infinity and kind of hope for the best. No, but seriously, since the lens communicates with the camera, the body switches to manual focus automatically and enables focus assist. So as you turn the ring, it zooms in and you can focus in an accurate way. My photography style is not super technical with perfect HDR or perfectly sharp focus. I like some imperfections and a bit of movement, which I think brings something more to the image. So in a way, this way of shooting brings something to the image, some humanity, some movement, and I think it helps the storytelling. This is purely personal taste, and your idea of a perfect photo could be, perfect HDR, perfect everything, perfect, technical skills. But for me, it's not, and I think that's the beauty of photography as an art. So if you're thinking of buying a new 27mm lens, or you're thinking of upgrading your TT Artisan one, could this be the lens for you? That was the question I had in my head for months before I decided to pull the trigger. I'm personally very happy I did, and I've been getting so much use out of it, and I've got some very nice results. I love it paired with my Fujifilm X-T2, and it really works beautifully with an older Fujifilm sensor, and I love the shooting experience. I'll be completely honest, I don't know if I will have bought it at UK prices, just because £400 for a manual lens just seems quite a lot to me, but at the same time I realized that if I was shooting Leica, that wouldn't be a problem. So I think they're just my own limitation. But I also think it's the fact that Fujifilm has some very good options for 27mm lenses that have autofocus, so obviously it makes you hesitate a bit. My favorite thing about this lens, first and foremost, is the design. It's so easy to carry with you, and on a small camera it just makes the perfect everyday straight kit. This is the setup I use with the Fujifilm X-T2 and the kit I carry with me everywhere, especially when I don't want to bring my heavy X-H2 or when I just want to pop a camera in my bag. With the X-H2 I also have gotten some beautifully polished results, and the lens supports the full 40 megapixels, which gives you a cleaner, more refined look, while still keeping that soft, dreamy character. It's nice having a lens that feels perfectly matched to both an older sensor with more texture and a newer high-resolution one that really shows off its optical quality. And that's everything from me today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you were looking for a review of this lens, I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have this lens or if you have tried it, and what was your experience with it, and if I should also get the 23mm and the 35mm from Voigtlander. But to be honest, I think I actually gonna get them once I get back to Japan. If you're looking for new filters, you can check out KNF ones in the description box. And yeah, thank you for watching again. See you in the next video.